Let's start learning grammar. So, children, let's continue understanding our words and their role in a sentence or in our speech. So, in this video, I will give you some clues that can help you figure out the parts of speech if you are unsure about words' function. So, let us learn how to analyze words function, means how to identify words role in a sentence. As you know that there are 8 parts of speech and I have written determiners on one side. So let's start discussing one by one each and every parts of speech. So first is your noun. Now how we are going to identify that the word we are using in our sentence is playing the role of a noun. Children, best thing to understand noun is to know that noun means name. Whatever you see, smell, taste, touch, feel has a name. In this world, we have given name to everything so that there will be no confusion while talking about our subject. We generally define noun as any word that names a person, place, animal, thing, emotion or feeling is called a noun. Now, on the whole, these names have been divided into two main categories. One is concrete, means anything which we can perceive or identify through one of our 5 senses, that is sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, comes under the category of concrete noun. For example, Rita, Delhi, duster, flower, noise. And on the other hand, we have abstract noun. Now these are words that name things which our 5 senses cannot detect, that is, which we cannot see, smell, taste, hear or touch. For example, fragrance, sadness, freedom, beauty, permission. You can only feel them, right? I hope noun is clear to you. Next is pronoun. This is very simple because any word which is used in place of noun is called pronoun. अब ये pronouns बने क्यों हैं? We use pronouns to avoid repetition of names, that is noun. These words include I, you, we, they, he, she, it, my, mine, hers, ours, us, yours, etc. You can see their uses in a sentence. This pen is mine. I will not take my name here. Instead, I will say mine. Similarly, he is my uncle. You are my best friend. So, all the highlighted words, mine, he, my, you, these are all pronouns. I have replaced the names with the words. I hope the pronoun is clear. Then we have adjective, which is also known as describing word. We call it describing word because it describes a noun or a pronoun by giving more information about its quality, color, number, kind, etc. And these words generally answer questions like how many, what kind, which one. You can easily understand it through examples. There were 7 boys, or you can say there were few boys, or there were many boys. So in this sentence, we are answering the question how many. In the next example, we have he is a kind man or he is a brave man. So we are answering the question what kind of man he is. Then we have the red car. So in this sentence, we are talking about the car. And which car we are talking about? We are talking about the red car. Fine. So it is easy for us to understand the describing words or the adjectives. Now here, car, man, boys, these are all nouns. And we are describing them with the words red, kind, 7, few, many. So this is how we have many words which describe nouns or pronouns. Then the fourth part of speech is verb, which is also known as action word. Children, you need to know that verb is mainly or majorly divided into two parts on the basis of time and action. Now, with the help of verbs, we come to know about the action and its time of happening. That is why we have auxiliary verb, which is also known as helping verb, because these verbs or words help us to understand time of action. Now, these words include is, am, are for present tense, was and were for past tense, has and have for present perfect, had for past perfect, and will, shall for future tense. And the second category of verb is main verb, which gives us information about the kind of action. Now let us see one example. He is a boy. In this sentence, there is no main verb, but we have helping verb is, because it is talking about the state of being. But in second example, we have helping verb is and main verb sleeping, which inform us that the action sleeping is happening in present tense, that is present time. I hope verb is clear to you. Next part of speech is adverb. Children, adverb means adjective plus verb, which means any word which describes a verb or talks about the quality of action or describes an adjective itself. Now these words generally answers questions like how much, when, where, why. Now for example, he runs swiftly. In this sentence, the action is run, which is happening swiftly. So swiftly is the word which is adding quality to our action run. In the next example, this is a very sweet mango. Now in this sentence, we have already described our noun, which is mango, as sweet. But the word very is adding quality to our adjective sweet. Then in third example, the word before is answering when the action of hearing took place. And in the fourth example, the word therefore is giving the reason of action left. So adverb answers questions like how much, when, where, why. I hope adverb is clear to you. Then we have preposition. Any word that expresses the relationship between noun or pronoun and other element in the sentence, that is known as preposition. Now these words generally talks about the position of the noun or pronoun. You can understand their uses in a sentence through examples. There is a goat in the field. The dog jumped off the chair. Book is lying on the table. Now, in these sentences, we are talking about the position of goat, dog, book. I hope it is clear to you now. Next is conjunction. Any word that connects two words or sentences is known as conjunction. You can easily understand through example. Now, in the first sentence, the word and is used to join Varun and Ravi. In the second and third sentences, the words and since are joining two sentences. God made the country and man made the town. So here in this sentence, we are joining two sentences. Many things have happened since I saw you. So these are two parts of a sentence. So these two parts of a sentence or these two sentences are joined with the help of since. He was so tired that he could scarcely stand. So these two sentences are joined with the help of the word that. So all these highlighted word and since that are all joining words and they are also known as conjunction. I'm not using the term phrases or clauses because I don't want to confuse you as we have not learned about phrases and clauses yet. So you can also say that conjunction is a word which joins two phrases or two clauses. I hope conjunction is clear to you now. Then the last part of speech is interjection. Now these words are very easy to identify because they always go with exclamation mark and they express sudden feeling or strong emotions. Now the examples are hurrah, yippee, wow, oh, alas. Now let us get an idea about determiners. Why I have written determiners separately. In determiners, we include our articles a and the words like this, that, these, those, each, every, few, many, some, any, my, his, one, two, etc., which determine or limit the meaning of the noun that follow. It means these words basically act like an adjective for a noun. That is why in traditional grammar, determiner is not considered part of speech because it is considered the part of an adjective, which is a part of speech itself. I hope now you are able to understand that words are divided into different parts of speech according to the work they do in a sentence. Now, in these three examples, you can see how the same word above is playing the role of an adverb, preposition, and adjective. So, you can see the same word above is playing different roles. So, analyze the role of a word carefully in a sentence before speaking or writing. I hope now your doubt related to analyzing of words is clear to you and you would be able to analyze your words carefully while writing any sentence. Thank you for watching.